every day on Instagram Live. And here we try to bring to you a new speaker. Basically, they come in, people like you and people who are inspiring, they have very inspiring journeys. And they come in, they join us, they share their journey and also tell us the challenges that they have faced and how they overcome that challenge. So I'm facing today a little difficulty adding my speaker. So just give me some time. Meanwhile, I'll explain you more about School of Life. So we at Indian School of Image Management believe that life is actually the biggest teacher. Life is something which teaches you real life's lesson. Although at Indian School of Image Management, we teach life skills to our student, but then there's no better teacher than life itself. So the idea of Indian School of Image Management, School of Life, on everyday basis, and to share how they overcome their challenges, the journey they have gone through, and what made them successful. So here is my speaker. Hi Harsh. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. Thank you for inviting me for this session.
It is our pleasure completely, Harsh, and definitely we are very, very happy to have you here. All of
Thank
you
you
who
so much.
don't know a little bit, I'll just give you a little bit introduction about you, Harsh, to our audience. So,
Sure.
a brief intro about Harsh, although you'll get to know a lot about him, he actually will share his life journey with all of you. But Harsh is an engineer by profession, and he works as the enterprise account manager in an IT firm. And along with a full-time journey of his corporate life, he also runs his blog, The Imperfect Blend, right? And
Yes,
that's with
yes,
partner where they talk about the blog is all about clothing, lifestyle, beauty, travel. I saw that you also, put food videos also. There was
yes,
something which I
yes,
saw.
yes,
You were cooking something. So
yes,
yeah, food, travel,
yes.
lifestyle, clothing, beauty, everything. And they started as a hobby, and this has now converted into a side business, a full-time side business. And Harsh also
Absolutely.
happens to be a choreographer that we saw on his page, and loves to make wine at home. So multi-talented speaker we have today, and yes, and the owner of the Imperfect Blend, which is a couples blog. So welcome, Harsh. We are really, really excited to have you here today.
Thank you so very much. Thank you for this amazing introduction that you've given. Thank you very
It's
much.
it's it's a pleasure, and the audience is saying he's a great human being too. So thank you for
Oh,
adding
thank you
that.
so much.
That's from Simran. She's saying a
Thank you,
great human
Simran.
being too.
Thank you, Simran.
All right. So, Harsh, tell us a little bit about, how did Imperfect Blend start? Because you are having your own job and then, you are having a full-time job. So how did you started this?
Yes. So, in fact, our journey started about 3 years ago when me and my partner were planning some stuff out and thinking some stuff out, right? So, as you know, I'm
Mm-hmm.
an engineer. I do have a lot of friends in influencer communities and etc. And Payal seems to be working in PR agency, in one of the PR agencies, right? So, she's working in a PR firm. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why we thought that why not use our skills and do something better in life, right? And at that time, I think 3 years ago, digital content was very much growing very much, and these platforms were very new, especially Instagram, where people were wanting to come on the platform and share about what they're good at and trying to be influencers and bloggers. So that's when
Right.
my partner Payal suggested that, hey, why not also start something new and fresh and something which is very different from what the other people do, right, in the market. And I think that is also one of the things that, people who are joining this session and people who want to be bloggers and influencers need to learn
Right.
from our today's session, right? That how do they have to be different from the people around? Because there are a lot of same
Ab-
content that keeps on coming. Yeah. So that's where was the first thing that we thought was in our mind, that how do we have to be different, right? Now, then
Right.
comes a very important thing where you have to decide and plan on your niche, right? Because a lot of people have very, very different types of things that they do, right? Some are in food, some are in beauty, some are in lifestyle, travel bloggers, cooking, chefs, etc., right? So your niche, I think, becomes very, very important, and that's where we thought that. Yeah, that couple blogging. I mean, there were not many couple bloggers, and I think till today's date there are very few couple bloggers. I mean, individually
Right.
people, post a lot about their content and stuff that they like to do. But couple
Correct.
blogging was very, very different, and the content that you can create is immense, right? So you can
Right.
blog about everything. You can blog about men's, you can blog about women's, you can blog about couples, and then we thought that lifestyle also becomes like a very huge range, right? Where you can play around. You can,
Correct.
start with food, then, maybe side by side also start with beauty, and then get into
Mhm.
other niches, right? Like fashion
Right.
as well, and then travel. So that's where we
Right.
thought that, we should start something. And then what happens is, in the start, there is a lot of planning also that needs to be done, right? So I think
Right.
the viewers who are joining us and people who want to start blogging or are starting the journey, I think that's where they get majorly stuck at, right? So what needs to be planned out? How do they have to plan out their stuff if they're starting something very new? So a lot of
Right.
times, people put a lot of thought and a lot of attention on planning
Right.
their journey, right? So I think I should
Right.
tell all our viewers that a lot of planning is not at all needed, right? In the start, at least. In the
Right.
start, it's very important to just know the basics, just know, what you're good at, what your niche is, and then you can plan out in the moment. You can plan out while your journey is on, right? And
True.
slowly and step by step, you can plan out your complete journey. It's not important that you rack your brains and plan out everything in the start and then start your journey, which in
Right.
fact
Right.
might delay. And we've seen a lot of friends. I think it has
Mhm.
delayed their process of starting a blog or taking a step ahead. So that's where we
Yeah.
thought that we would go step by step. So one was a niche which we decided where to go with. One was the type of blog that we want to start with. Was very,
Right.
very important. And then comes
Right.
that you have to take that first step, right? You have to start it um, step by step, and then you start the process of planning while you are in that journey, right? So that's how we
Correct.
planned our journey, and that's how we started our journey about 3 years back. So yeah,
Great.
so that's
No, that
yeah.
sounds really great. In fact, couple blogging and doing this as a couple definitely gives you more edge and more scope to actually work with and do work in different direction together or individual also. And
Absolutely.
as you correctly said, that planning is the most critical thing if you have to work. Um, just maybe a little bit about when you started, and also maybe as of now, also you'll be facing some challenges. So, what do you say that as a blogger, full-time blogger, and also full-time having a job full-time, what is your biggest challenge?
I think so. I'll start with the challenges when it comes to planning your life. Having a full time job as well as starting a blog, right? So I mean, there were challenges in the start. I mean, you get a lot of challenges that come in the first 6 months of your journey, right? When you start your journey, and then of course,
Right,
time management is very, very important. So having a couple
right,
blog, gives you that edge where you have two people, maintaining the blog, and
right,
when one of the persons is free, the that person can take the responsibility of posting, making the content, while the other one is busy, right? So that is something that you can plan. The other thing
right,
is, I mean, there's a lot of dedication that you need to have, right? If you have to make your job very, very successful. I mean, there's some people who think that it would be easy, but it is not. There is definitely hard work and dedication that is needed. I mean, for us, what happens is we are, of course, having our own individual jobs where we're working in, right? So from Monday to Friday, we are busy in the working hours from 10 to 7, etc. And it's the weekends that, most of the shoots happen. And it's the weekend that we block. The Saturdays and Sundays for us are completely blocked, now. I'm talking about the situation right now, where, I mean, before the COVID. So Saturdays and Sundays for 2 to 3 weeks are completely blocked, where you have your shoots planned out, where you have all your places you have to visit and reviews. So weekends are all about doing the actual work, where you do the shoots, you do your complete reviews, etc. And weekdays is when you post, right? So weekdays is when you plan out your post, you plan out your content, which post is to be uploaded when, at what time, what are the hashtags to be used, what is the content to be used.
Right.
So I'm talking about right now. To answer your question on what are the challenges that we faced in the start, I think some of the viewers who've just joined in, I think if they have pen and paper, I think they should note down the process. So I'll explain to everyone a step-wise process on if you're starting the journey new, what are the
Oh wow.
challenges that they will be facing. Yeah, yeah, because these are very, very common practices that bloggers follow, and these are very, very common processes or problems that they face, right? So they need
All
to
right.
know simple formulas and steps that are very, very important in the process,
That's
right?
great. Let's
Yeah.
get
So
everyone to grab a pen and paper. So before you start, maybe take 10 seconds, quickly run and grab the papers before Harsh actually gives you the formulas. So Harsh,
yes,
over to you. Go ahead.
yes, yes. So I'll start with the first thing, which is about your niche, right? Knowing your niche is very, very, very important, because your journey when it starts, your blogging or influencer journey when it starts in the start of the journey, your followers from the start really connect with you based on the content that you put, right? So your content that you put really needs to connect with your audiences, right? And that will
Right.
become more and more stronger once you have your niche sorted out, right? Once
True.
you have your proper focus on your niche, once you know what you are doing, what you're getting into, right? So that was one of the challenge that we faced, when we started our journey, right? So that is where we thought that okay, we will have lifestyle as a niche. We won't have like one
Right.
niche, for example, of food
Right.
or a temple or a beauty. We would have everything. We would talk to followers about our lifestyle, what we do in a day, right, or what we do on the
Right.
weekends, or what are the types of brands that we tie up with, etc. Right. So
Right.
that's very, very important. So they need to know very, very clearly the niche they're getting into. That's
Right.
process. That's the basic step number one. The second
Okay.
challenge I think that we faced in the process is, I think in the start, most of the people, I think almost all the people, need a lot of help, right? So these would be help that they would want from the big bloggers, right? So it could either be shout outs from their friends or big bloggers who are already there,
Right.
and making something and doing something in this world, or
Right.
we could be having some PR agencies. Now, PR agencies play a very, very important role, right? So all the brands, all hospitality, food, lifestyle, makeup, travel, all these companies or brands that we talk about have their PR agencies or marketing agencies
Right.
that they directly work with, right? So
Absolutely.
so these people have their budget for the month sorted out, right? And in this budget, they have like a lot of budget kept for the bloggers, for the influencers, where
Right.
they pay the influencers and they know what are the types of shoot and content that they expect for that particular brand, right? So that's
Right.
very important for our friends right now joining here to know that once you're so see, I mean, everything starts from the base, everything starts from the content, right? So if your content
Right.
is good, your niche is sorted, the PR agencies and marketing agencies will connect with your content very, very well. Will connect with your blog very,
Yes.
very well, right?
Right.
So
Right.
that is again, I think, one of the very important factors that everyone here needs to know. The
Right.
third thing, I think, the other thing I would talk about is researching on their content, right? Again, is very, very important, right? Because 3 years ago, I think there was not much really into content where people were posting about, say, one topic and same thing about that same topic, right? So
Right.
currently, what happens is right now where we've reached, I mean, digital is reached some other level, and if you search a
Right.
hashtag or if you search a topic, I mean, you'll find almost all the content very, very similar. You'll
Right.
find, the shots, you've seen some shots somewhere, you've read about that content or about that recipe
Yes.
or about, about that product that you apply on your face, for example, or your body, for example.
Right.
Similar content where the contents of the product is same. The, picture or the content are kind of similar. So how
Right.
different you can make your content is again very, very important, right? So a good
Right.
research on the topic, on your niche, on the content that you are going to create has to be very, very perfect and different. I mean, they need to research a lot on if they are posting on some content. They need to research what are other bloggers doing, right? What are
Right.
other people doing, and it shouldn't be very, very similar or same. It should be very different. They should research. So
Wow.
this is one
That.
of the things. Yeah. And the last thing I think we need to focus on, I think if everyone could write it down, would be different platforms that they need to work upon, right? So only Instagram won't give them a lot of followers, right? To
Right.
start with. So when they're starting the journey with Instagram, I think they can also start writing stuff or also start doing stuff on other channels or other platforms, right? I mean, 3 years ago, we didn't have other platforms, and I think Instagram was the start for everyone. But
Right.
right now, you have a lot of platforms, right? For example, in our journey, we came across a lot of these platforms. For example, Magic Pin. Magic Pin is a very, very good platform where you can earn points. They pay you for some of the shoots. They get in touch with a lot of bloggers and give good content and good where bloggers can shoot, right? So that is important. You can work with TikTok of the world. You can work with Hello app. There's an app called Hello. There is Kwai. There are these video apps that are coming in. There are these
True.
image apps that are coming in. So there's a lot of platforms that you can work with. I mean, these are also one of the challenges that we face. So while we started our journey, we also started posting a lot of content on these apps. And
Okay.
along with these, because we were a lifestyle bloggers, we posted a lot of content on our specific niches. For example, if it's a food blogging, we started posting a lot on Zomato, right? So Zomato adds up your points, adds up your levels. So
Right.
brands come to know about your levels, and so restaurants and cafes and bars and pubs start calling you out, right? So their
Right.
PR agencies start looking at your profile, and they invite you for reviewing the places, right? So Zomato again became one of the very strong channels for us, where we started out, etc. Then we also started reviewing on Amazon and Flipkart, right? So we are also verified influencers on Amazon as a platform, right? So these brands send you a lot of products and ask you to review it on your other platforms like Instagram, etc. Right? So these again, I think other platforms are also very, very important, which you can start along your Instagram journey. So I would,
That's
tell,
awesome.
suggest my other friends to also start looking at other platforms along with Instagram. So this is, I
Great.
think, the process which we faced. I think the challenges which we faced, and I think it's an easier process if they work on these challenges. The journey would be very, very easy as well. The last
Awesome.
last challenge and very important challenge with, I think I'll focus 2 minutes on would be
Sure. Sure.
for them on not to focus on growing the followers, right? So I
Okay.
mean, we have seen a lot of bloggers who focus on just growing the followers, just focusing on how I can increase the followers. I think I would suggest them not to really, really focus on that. I mean, if your content is really, really good, you will definitely get followers. You will definitely get
That's true.
people following you. If your hashtags are good, I mean, people see a lot of hashtags and they immediately get attracted to your content. So I think once
Right.
that is sorted, your content is good, everything follows automatically. Your brands will follow you, your followers will follow you. So I
Awesome.
think these are the
Awesome.
challenges and this is the process that I think they should follow.
I think you also spoke about challenges as well as solutions to those challenges. So that was like really
Absolutely.
helpful. And I know a lot of audiences who are watching right now, at least from our institute, they are also self-employed people. A lot of people come to
Okay.
us and say that, we are trying to work as image consultants, as trainers. So how will we be able to manage our social media presence? But now hearing you, it just sounds so easy. I know there is a lot of hard work and patience, and you have been like how you said weekday, weekend. But then this
Yeah.
plan that you gave and step by step process, I think that will be really, really helpful to all the viewers who are watching today. So that was really
I
good. The
think
challenges
dedication,
and the
yeah.
solutions. Yeah.
Solutions, yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think that dedication is very, very important if you're starting this journey, right? Because
Right.
we see first 6 months of your blogging journey, you will go through a lot of problems. You go to a lot of challenges. I mean, people expect that brands come to them or DM them, and because they're
Right.
posting some good content, they expect to get fast returns. I mean, no business or nothing in this world gives you fast return, right? You have to give
Right.
a lot yourself first, right? You have to
Absolutely.
contribute a lot yourself, keep yourself dedicated and your channel dedicated. I think then only and
Absolutely.
then the success comes in. So I think I would suggest them that first 6 months, they should in fact DM the brands. They should in fact
Hmm.
post a lot of content and DM. That's where we also started our journey. That's how we also started our journey, where we used to
Right.
post about these brands, and wherever we used to go, we used to review, right? So there are food places, there are cafes. We started very, very small. Started reviewing small
Right.
brands, small cafes ourselves. No brand reaching out to us, and we used to
Right.
post content. We used to post, good material about them, and we
Correct.
started DMing them, right, saying that,
Mhm.
hey, I mean, there's this brand that we are using, and there are 5,000, 7,000 followers that we've got in like
Right.
5 months or so, and we've given
Mhm.
so much sales to one of your competitors or one of the other brands that we're working at. Would you be interested in working with us, right? Would you be interested to do a barter? I mean, that's what I mean. For the first year of before you cross 10,000 followers, you get barters, right? Where the companies send you
Right.
products and you review the products. They don't pay you in return,
Absolutely.
right? So that's where we started reaching out to those brands, and they were obliged. I mean, they said, of course, and they would either reach out to us saying that, of course, give us your address, we will send you our products and review them if they have their own PR agencies or marketing, or they would get us in touch with their PR agencies where they would say, hey, please mail them or please talk to them. We will send across the products to you, and you can start reviewing our products and putting up some content. So that's how the journey starts. I mean, you have to give a lot of inputs and a lot of mehnat in the start. So yeah, I
I
think
think it's also selling techniques, what you're saying that, reaching out to these brands and saying, we did this for your competition and would you like to take? So it's also a little bit of selling techniques that you need. So it's
absolutely.
time management, it's planning, it's sales, it's a lot of things that I'm getting from you that blogging is not that easy. You have to put in all the skills that you have and put it all together in real,
Yeah. So
as a
this I'm
full-time.
talking about is for the yeah. This I'm talking about is for the first year. I mean,
Right,
once you have your news set, once you have your content set, once you have a set of brands, once you have a set of followers, you have a crossed that 10,000 mark, etc. Then it's
right,
smooth. Then it's smooth. So this journey is in the start. You have to give that hard work in the start first year. Then it's very, very smooth. Then brands start coming to you, start reaching out to you, start mailing you. They in fact start paying you after you cross 10,000 followers. They say we pay
right,
you, hey, we pay you $1,000, we pay you $1,500, uh, so on and so forth. And we send you the products. So review our products. Here's your money that you deserve. And yeah, that's how. And in fact, they get happy when we tell them that, hey, this follower has in fact purchased this product of yours, or these are the followers who
right.
want your direct details if they can purchase the product. They get very, very happy. They feel that their target is fulfilled. So that first year, after the first year, it's all sorted. I think. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. And I can see that audiences are loving it, and they're also saying that I know personally how much hard work you put in. Somebody just said that. So I was
And thank
reading
you so
that
much,
comment
Dr.
as well.
Manu.
Great. So, Harsh, tell me one thing. You have put in so much of hard work. What was that one, or maybe I know there would be multiple aha moments, but that one that, just tops the list, like that moment that when you said that, okay, this is where, like, we have arrived. So you and your partner thought that, yay, and you were excited about it.
Um, I mean, there is no one aha moment, of course, for us, because we always thought of starting our journey and having some small pleasures in whatever the best we will get, right? So, for different bloggers and for different influencers,
Right,
they have very, very different goals, right? So, some
right,
bloggers and influencers are looking for customers, right? They're looking for individual consumers or customers who could give them business, right? So this could be
right.
image consultants, as you said. This could be, different types of businesses, right? For
Correct.
us, it was a very, very purely brand approach, right? So if a very, very good brand approaches us, it's an aha moment for us, because that's like a achievement for us, and that's where our bloggers, I mean, sorry, our followers would love it, and our followers grew with that, and we could give them very, very good content with those things, right? So there are
Right,
very, very small aha moments in the process, in the steps that we got, right? For example, one of the starting aha moments that I got was to tie up with It's Synthol. I mean, everyone now knows Synthol, how big the brand is. So in
Synthol.
that
Okay.
journey, Synthol, yes. So I got like a big male grooming kit from Synthol, and they were running a very very big campaign. So
Right.
that's we were at about 7,500 followers till then, right? We'd not even crossed 10,000. I mean, when they
Right.
realized that, I mean, our content is good, our followers are good, why not, include them in our campaign? Whereas they
Right.
were involving only the bloggers with 10K plus followers. So yeah, so this is one of the big aha moments that we got when our content went really well, and we got something like Synthol as a brand, when we started with. Then
Nice.
the other aha moments were when we got international, when Payal in fact got some international brands to tie up with, like Nika, right? Nika is a very big brand, or it could be Face Shop India. I mean, Face Shop India is a
Right.
very good brand,
Right.
international big brand. They called
Right.
Payal for a big photo shoot in their own premise, etc., and gave us products. So that was
Right.
international brands. I mean, those were like aha moments for us, really aha moments for us. Then there
Right.
could be small moments like, for example, us,
Somebody wrote
Payal
K
getting,
by Katrina. Just in the comment section, somebody said that you did K by Katrina and Daniel
yeah, yeah,
Wellington.
yes, yes. Okay, I
Right.
was in fact, coming to that. So, K by Katrina, again, a very big aha moment.
Right.
Right. So in that journey, I think I still remember. I mean, that's like a very big aha moment in our journeys is when Payal got to do a shoot in Femina India magazine, right, where she was featured in, I think, one of the full pages in a big magazine, Femina India magazine. I think that was again one of the big aha moments where we got featured in a print media, right?
Right.
Then coming to a small aha moments, like for example, earlier I talked about some platforms besides Instagram where we started a journey, right? Like Magic Pin or Hello App or TikToks, etc. So those are the platforms where we got some really nice and good brands, which were aha moments for us, right? So these were, you can say these were Peter England, which is like
Right.
one of the very good brands where I got to do a shoot with them, or it could
Awesome.
be Fab clothing,
Right.
right, where we got to do that, or it could be brands, alcohol brands calling us, right, for some concerts. So we got invited for concerts, and
Nice.
they sent us some vodka bottles of Magic Moments vodka,
Right.
right? So tying up with alcohol based brands. After that, then
Multiple
I
aha.
yeah, then I got approached by Glenlivet, as a
Oh,
company. So it's like a mix. So you'll see it's a mix of lot of aha moments in food,
right.
in fashion, in lifestyle, in travel as well. We got one or two big hotels calling us for a stay and reviewing the places. So I mean, these
Awesome.
are like very blips and
Any aha
small,
moment. Yes. Yes. And I
yeah,
think
aha moments.
your partner has also joined us, I guess. She is also in there she
Oh yeah,
is.
she's looking like,
The whole
yeah, yeah,
blogging experience
absolutely,
is definitely aha moment for both of us. Hi, Payal.
absolutely.
Glad you're watching
Hi,
us right
Payal.
now.
Yeah.
Great,
So,
great.
so as I was saying, so I mean, for different people, for different bloggers, there are very very different aha moments that they would have, right? So, someone having a
Right,
customer or a brand to have a tie up with them could be a different aha moment. For us,
right.
it's the entire journey which is an aha moment for us, right? So, getting different
Awesome.
types of brands, having our weeks or having our months booked and lined up for shoots is a very good aha moment which we have in the process, right?
True,
When we know
true,
that
true.
we are content, we have our next 2 or 3 weeks set, for some shoots that we
That's
are
also,
going
yeah.
coming.
So it's
Yeah,
a
so
whole,
those are like,
and I think,
yeah, yeah,
yeah. And I
yeah,
believe
yeah,
that once you truly love what you do and you're passionate about it and you're following your passion, every single thing, even the smallest of the bits also you do, that just brings that, wow feeling, the aha moment. So that is very well said that how you are just planning to actually doing the shoots to collaboration, everything brings joy. So a good learning for
absolutely.
all our audience actually that your aha moments, if you really follow your dreams, you follow your passion, just like Harsh and Payal are doing, you get a lot of aha moments. Everything is just like wow and bliss, right?
Yes, yes,
True.
absolutely.
Oh, so we actually are running out of time, Harsh, and I would
Okay,
actually love to
yeah,
go on and on with the talking to you. I can see in the comment someone is saying, I think Reena is saying that you are a guru, so she is
Oh,
loving the content
thank you
that
so
you
much.
share.
Thank you so
Now
much. I mean, it's a sheer pleasure. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to
Let's move
move
on.
into a rapid fire round for you and just going to
Okay.
throw in a few questions at you. So are you ready?
Sure.
Okay.
I am.
So
Absolutely.
all right. So your favorite travel destination?
Where I've been or where I want to be?
Just pick one, just irrespective of
Pick
bin
one.
or be
Europe.
want to be.
Europe.
Europe. Okay. And
Yeah.
Piles?
Hers, Greece.
Greece.
Yeah.
Great. I was just trying to check that you know or not.
Oh,
Dancing or vlogging? Dancing or
yeah.
vlogging?
Shit, that's difficult. Uh,
That's why rapid fire meant. First thing, it's a rapid fire. Come on.
blogging. Blogging.
Your favorite clothing brand?
Peter England.
Great.
Yeah.
And your partner's Pile favorite brand?
Zara.
Great. I think you're getting all the right answers from her. Pile, you can comment and let me know that if he's getting it good or not.
She's sing dancing. I'm
All right.
sure. No, 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 no.
All right. Next question. Modeling or fashion blogging?
Fashion blogging
Photos with filter or without filter?
with filter.
You're taking a lot of time for rapid fire. All right.
So
One brand if you have to pick, or maybe two, three brands that you would like to collaborate.
I think I would like to collaborate again with Daniel Wellington. I think that's one of the really good brands. I mean, really good watches.
Yes.
Where I think I would like to. I'm fond of watches, so I think I would like to collaborate with Skagen by Denmark watches. I think they're
Right.
amazing
Right.
watches. The other would be Fab India. I think I love wearing traditional clothes and Indian clothes. So I think Fab India is again where I would like to collaborate and have some Indian clothes by my side.
Right, right. Awesome, awesome. So that was your short and quick rapid fire round, Harsh.
Thank you. Sorry, I know
Um,
I took a lot of time answering them because they're very, very
that's
difficult
okay.
also.
I know I just like bombarded and just I never tell my speakers that there will be a rapid fire, so I
Oh,
just
oh
catch them
yeah.
off guard. All right. Harsh, your journey is really amazing, and what you and
Thank
Payal
you.
have accomplished in such a short amount of time is really inspiring. And also for you all to come here and share it with the audience. Like a lot of people don't want to share their secret sauce, and you are
True.
coming here and you are just sharing it all, everything with the audience, and that's so amazing. So really, really nice of you, and of course, I'm sure even Payal is of the same opinion. That's why both
Yes.
of you make the imperfect blend, right?
Yes.
Um,
Yeah,
Harsh,
I
just
think
tell
I
me
think
one
that's very
thing.
very important as well. I think that's very important as well. I mean, we started a journey helping out, small brands or helping out those small cafes get some business, right? I think uh,
Right.
I think that in fact makes sense. If you're big into something, you should always help people who are small or who are growing so that they get business, right? I mean, what's the harm in doing that? And I think the situation in which we are currently, the digital and virtual world is just growing and growing and growing. So why not share some tips and help some people, in the journey?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, very, very noble and very nice thought, and that's really, really nice of both of you. Harsh, tell me one thing. If you have to just summarize your journey of last 3 years, right, of blogging? Yeah.
Yes.
So 3 years of your journey of how and where you are today. And if you have to just complete, so we do this in every episode. We ask every speaker because the idea is school of life, and we're saying that you learn from your mistakes, you learn from your challenges, and then you grow, and then success comes to you. So knowing your journey, if you have to complete the statement that success comes to those who, how would you complete it?
Okay. So success comes to those who are hardworking and dedicated, right? Especially in the field that we're talking about right now. I think these are the two words that I would like to tell them. So one is definitely hard working, very, very hard working. Second is dedication. So be very, very dedicated to the journey that you are. I mean, we have come across a lot of people who lose out in the journey or who think that, it's not working out, it's not making sense. So I think we should stop it. So I think that's a wrong attitude. I mean, they should not do that. They should just keep going. I mean, success will come at some point or the other, but be dedicated
Right.
and keep up that hard work. I think those are the two mantras I think that I would like to give them. And the other
Right.
thing which you asked me was to summarize the entire 3 years journey, right, of our blogging phase.
Yes.
I think I would use one word for that. It's contentment, right? So we are so very content with the brands that we've worked with and are getting, or it could be the complete journey. I mean, the complete journey that we're talking about, giving him the hard work and dedication, and then getting the fruits of it, then getting those results. I think the contentment that comes later on to see your hard work, getting flourished, you getting
Right.
flourished, blog getting there where it should be. I think that's the word I think I would use for our complete 3 years journey. It's contentment that
Content.
we get.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And
And for
of course, your
following your
hard work
passion.
keeps on.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Following
Yes.
the passion and your hard work just grows and it keeps on because now you become used to that journey, right? You get used
True.
to making your time with your full-time job and your blogging. You get used to those timetables. You get used to whatever you're focusing on. So I think that just becomes your habit at the end of the day, right? So yeah, and piloting gratitude. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're
I
thankful and
read
there is
that. Yes.
yeah, and there is gratitude, yeah, in that
Yes.
complete journey. So yeah, that's to
Absolutely.
summarize our journey.
Very beautiful. And what you said means, yes, hard work and commitment is something that is the mantra to success. And once you reach the success, contentment, and of course, gratitude, thankfulness to everything and all the blessings that we have in our life. That's really, really, really beautifully said. And thank you so much, Harsh, for sharing times, sharing your insights, sharing your journey with our audience today. I can see so much of interaction. People are loving. Natasha is giving. Natasha was really also adding a lot of points there, and Drashti is
Thank
also
you,
loving it. So
Natasha.
everyone, I think all the
My pleasure.
audiences that are here, they all just loved
Thank you
the
so much.
session today. And thank you for
Thank you
coming
so
over. It
much.
was
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here on this channel, and we loved it. We loved the way we interacted, and the steps that you're taking to help our future bloggers and our future influencers. I think salute to you that you are
thank
having this platform and helping out everyone. I think that's a great
thank
initiative. I think I would like to wish everyone who is starting the journey or who has just started the journey or wherever they are in that journey all the very best. And I think you all and everyone stay safe in the current situation. And all the best.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Harsh, for giving blessings to everybody. And yes, really, really a pleasure to have you here. And we are trying to also do a small
Most
bit
welcome.
to share some kind of positivity or maybe learning experience with our audiences. And we are hopeful that we are able to do that successfully by inviting people like you. So thank you for adding up to that little contribution. And it's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you.
Most welcome, ma'am. Most welcome.
So this was today's session, episode 4 of School of Life with Harsh, and we learned so much today. In fact, I learned I'm going to go and write down my notes after this session. So thank you once again, Harsh. If you enjoyed this video, do give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to our channel Indian School of Image Management on YouTube. You can also click the bell icon and get notification for our latest videos.